Hi and welcome to my channel, Skeeter Jones Things. I'm Misty, and in this video I'll be testing some items from my last video. First up is this necklace, which has the Silpada arrow stamp on the tag, and it is marked 925, but I wanted to check and make sure, so let's give it a scratch and see. The medallions here are not stamped at all, so I really wanted to look at those. That's got a good bright scratch, so that's promising. That's the larger medallion. The smaller one also has a bright scratch on it. And then let's do the clasp. And again, it does. So we'll try the 18 karat gold testing solution. And what 18 karat gold solution does is will turn sterling blue. I did put those quite close together, but they are immediately turning blue. If you can see those. Yes. So the Silpada necklace is sterling. So I will look up a price for that, and I will put that up later in the week. Next up, we want to test the clasp. That was a Presidium turning on. I want to check the clasp on this necklace. At first I thought these beads were glass, but then they just look like they are probably a stone of some sort, and I wanted to check that and see. And now I am testing the chain and the clasp. That was the clasp, and this is the chain. Those are turning blue as well. So that looks good. That even makes it more likely, I would think, that those are real stones. We'll neutralize the acid here so that it won't interfere with the rest of the tests we'll be doing. So the acid left behind on the stone won't interfere. We'll neutralize that. And then while that dries, we'll see what Presidium has to say about these stones. Yeah, apparently it is going right up to jadeite. Almost. Yes, it is going up to jadeite. So that's nice. So I will research a price for that. 925 and jadeite necklace. Next up is this multi-stone necklace with the, I guess, sort of beaded tassel. I want to check these charms on it and the clasp. Okay, the charms are not giving really much of a scratch at all. Well, the oval one's giving somewhat of a scratch. And the clasp. The clasp on this, as well as that charm, isn't really looking very silver. It is turning faintly blue, though. Just faintly. And then the two ran together because I sort of put them too close together. Let's give that another try. We'll do the heart. And the oval. and we'll do the clasp. Another go. Okay, so seeing tiny blue flecks. Which hints at maybe some plating. Do you see the blue there? It's not focusing very well, but hopefully you could see that. So a little silver, at least, in here. And then let's check these stones. They could just be glass beads. Not even registering it as glass on these first two at least. The needle's barely moving. So these could just be acrylic, but they are definitely not any sort of stone. A little bit of silver on that. So I will list that together when I put these tested items up. I will put them all together in one video and give prices for them in that video. This ring has this coppery color to it, but it is stamped 925, so we want to give that a check. Maybe it's rose gold, but it looks a little too rosy, I guess. Don't really know how to describe it. The scratch is very bright silver, which I did not expect. I expected the scratch on this to be rather reddish, but it is very clearly sterling. Nice. So I'll research pricing on this ring, and we'll give a price for it in a separate video. Okay, and then there's this ring, which was interesting because it has these, I can't tell if that's just a design that's stamped into it or if that's some kind of script. I don't know, but we'll check anyway and see if it's 925. It does not have a stamp on it of any kind. Okay, and yes, it is turning blue. So we have some sterling there as well. And I want to research that and see if these marks actually mean anything, or if it's just a design. We'll research that. And then you may remember this bracelet from my last video. The beads are stamped 925. They do not have the ALE that would indicate Pandora, but this charm here does not feel like it's even metal, so I'm not going to test it. I was interested in the bracelet itself and these little beads on the ends, so I'm going to give those a quick test. Okay, so the bracelet itself and the beads, those little last beads on the ends, are not silver. And I already know the butterfly isn't it because it doesn't even really feel like metal. But these beads are glass and are stamped 925 on the insides of the beads. So I will research this bracelet and give the price in a later video. And we'll neutralize the acid on the stone real quick. Okay, now next is this pendant, which is the moon underneath some resin maybe, and then it has this stamp that I need to research, but I wanted to know if this pendant is sterling. It's not on the chain that it originally came with, I'm sure, because the chain is gunmetal and doesn't even feel like the same quality as the pendant. The pendant's pretty substantial and heavy for its size. And that's going to be sterling. I can tell by the scratch. There, it's hard to get the well, I expected that to show up sterling, but it is not. So I don't know what that is. Maybe pewter. It looks like sterling, has the weight of sterling, and it's got that maker's mark on it. So that's definitely going to take some more research for the moon pendant. Next is these earrings. We have these. And these threaders here with the crystals on them. So I'm going to check the hooks. And the beads, the little dangly beads on these. And for these threaders, I'm going to check the hook, which is not going to be sterling. And then the chain, which also looks like it's not going to be sterling. From the color of the scratch, you can see the probably copper showing through. Okay, so now these earrings here are sterling, and these with the crystals on them are not. But I am still going to research both of those, and we'll give you those results and some pricing in a later video. Next is the peso bracelet, which is not going to be sterling. I can tell by that rosy colored scratch, but the frame around the peso looks like it might be. No, maybe the frame around the peso is nickel. Not sure what the bracelet is, but it's a unique item, and I am going to research it, and we'll give a price for it. Last but not least, this crystal bracelet, which is just gorgeous, necklace, which is just gorgeous. It has AB coating on it, on these bicone beads. It's heavy and substantial, and just really pretty. It's a stunner in person. so very blue. So yes, definite sterling. This is a special piece. I could even tell before testing. Like, you just got to see that in person to fully appreciate it. Okay, so that's all of the metal testing. And then that's jadeite. And there's nothing here that was a gemstone, but it is really pretty. And there was a little bit of sterling on here, maybe some plating. It was kind of hard to tell. And then the silpata here is sterling. The glass beads have sterling on them with this necklace. Bracelet, these two rings, sterling. No sterling here. These earrings are sterling, and these are not. Let's check these crystals. Okay, they don't register on the Presidium. I'm curious about these. They don't really move the Presidium. I wonder if they're Swarovski. I really don't know what these are, but they are very brilliant. But that's it for this video. Thanks for joining me for the testing. And I will research and post in another video prices on these pieces. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, if you liked what you see, please consider giving me a thumbs up, a comment, and a share. There we go. Consider subscribing if you like the content. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video goes up. And whenever you see anything in a video of mine that you want to order, email me at skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com and put order in your subject line. Include the video number, which will be in the description of the video. Include a timestamp and a screenshot, and we will go from there. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time. Bye.